Alright, so I have some free time finally, so I have a few unboxings. First one is for February's horror block. I've been real busy with school, so I hadn't had the time to actually do this. I have some free time now. Not watch any other unboxings on these, so I don't know what's in here. I know it's almost time for April's, but better late than never. Okay. Well, right out the back, some kind of haze. Which I already have. So. I'll put this over here. This next one's cool. Because I don't have this one. I have a bunch of Stephen King movies, but not this one. Squidward Tentacle's favorite movie, Misery. I love this movie. It's not a steelbook, but collector's edition. Cool. I love this movie, and I know a few years back, Lifetime did one called Pop Stars, the same movie, but not nearly as good as this. So, we need to really talk about it. Glad I have it in my collection. That's my Stephen King stuff. Alright, this next one is President's Day. We have a horror movie for almost every holiday. Why not President's Day? Alright. Hail to the Chief or He'll Hack You to Pieces, and Lincoln is on the cover. Oh, I gotta read this. Okay, hold on. It's campaign season, and the students of Lincoln High, of course, are buzzing about who's going to be class president. When a psycho dressed as Abe Lincoln starts hacking up students, the candidates must run for their lives one by one. The mighty Lincoln lambs are being slaughtered by the merciless maniac in the stovepipe hat. Everyone is dying for a vote. Okay. Sure. Okay. That is funny. President's Day. Oh gee. This is called Violent Kind, from the producers of Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm guessing not the originals. Let's see here. Oh, actually, yeah, the originals, yeah. Magakad, yeah, okay. Alright, now I gotta read it. Brace yourself for an unrelenting new horror classic that's scary, rough, and willing to break all the rules. Your life will never be the same when you meet the Violent Kind, a ruthless pack of unstoppable psychopaths terrorizing the wilds of North Carolina. Hey, I was just there. Now they have their eyes on young Cody, a member of the notorious biker gang whose ex-girlfriend Michelle, Tiffany Sepp, is cool, turns up hysterical, drenched in blood, and carrying a dark, terrifying secret, unrelenting and wildly unpredictable. This acclaimed soccer film from the Butcher Brothers directors of the horror hit The Hamiltons, That's directors of the horror hit the Hamiltons, shock audience at the Sundance, and takes you on a wild ride you'll never forget. Okay. So far, the best thing about this is the producers and Tiffany Shepard. So we'll see. And that's it for February. Now March. So that wasn't a bad haul. Most of them I hadn't seen or even heard of. And most of them I actually want to see. I only had one of them. So. Oh. Okay. The first one's called Chillerama, the ultimate midnight movie. I didn't know they still made midnight movies. That's a 70s thing, right? And it's from 4 films from the writer-directors Adam Green. I know who that is. Joe Lynch, Adam Rifkin, Tim Sullivan. Okay, so it's an anthology horror. Like a throwback to like Creepshow and, as I said, the midnight movies of the 70s. Okay. Looks like a lot to read. But I'm actually liking some of these pictures. It's closing night at the last drive-in theater. Man, I haven't been to the drive-in in years. In America, and Cecil B. Kaufman, Hatchet's Richard. Okay. Richard Real, is it? I've seen Hatchet, but I don't know who that is. I own all of them almost. Has planned the ultimate marathon of lost film prints to unleash upon his fateful cinephile patrons 4 films so rare that they have never been exhibited publicly on American soil until this very night. What could possibly go wrong? In the spirit of classic anthology films like Creepshow, like I said, like Creepshow, and the Twilight Zone, the movie, and containing films that not only celebrate the golden age of drive-in B-horror schlock, but also span over 4 decades of cinema. Chillerama offers something for every bad taste, with titles like Wadzilla, I Was a Teenage Werebear, wow, these are old school sounding titles, Diary of Anne Frankenstein, oh man, and Zombie Movie. Oh, that is funny. These are the appearances by whoever Joe David Moore is. He's an Avatar. Land Say, know who that is. Ray Wise, know who that is. Okay, wait a minute. It says from Ray Wise from X-Men First Class. This is a horror movie. He's a name in horror. You could have said Ray Wise from Creepshow 2. Not Creepshow 2, I'm sorry. Jeepers Creepers 2. Unless he wanted to do this himself from, that director. Said Ray Wise from that movie he did on Sci-Fi or... Really? First Class? Kane Hodder. Okay, Friday the 13th. That makes sense. Because he's Jason. Eric Roberts from The Dark Knight. And other cameos and more cameos you can count. Chillerama is sure to have you screaming for more. From the depraved mind of Adam Rifkin. From the Joyride. Actually, yeah, I own that actually. Okay. Tim Sullivan from 2001 Maniacs. Oh, I own that too. It was okay. Adam Green, Frozen. I feel like good picks are better than that. It's not the Frozen you're thinking of. Joe Lynch from Wrong Turn 2. so this looks like this was made for a horror fan like myself. I see some familiar people on the back of this here Blu-ray. Hope you can see them. I also like the cover of it. Very old school. Alright, next one is... What? Army of Frankensteins. And the tagline is the North, the South, the Undead. What even... I like Frankenstein, but what is this? Alright. After a failed attempt to propose to his girlfriend, original, Alan Jones, who's Jordan Farrell, that is beaten within an inch of his life by a street gang, nothing original yet, transported to the mysterious lab of Dr. Tanner Finsky and his kid genius assistant, Igor. Oh, this is sounding familiar. Alan becomes the subject of a series of horrible experiments as part of the doctor's plan to reanimate the legendary Frankenstein's monster, but all bets are off when these experiments lead to a hole being ripped in space and time, pulling in armies worth of infamous creatures from hundreds of parallel universes, sending them all back to the 19th century, directly to the heart of a bloody battle between the North and the South. Wow. Another over-the-top sci-fi horror hybrid. Yeah, sounds like it. Army of Frankensteins is an outrageous film that dares to examine history that never happened. The war between the states of life and death. Okay, so it's Frankenstein. If we were in that battle with the North and South, the Civil War? Really? I don't know. It's much like period pieces, but this sounds interesting. Unstoppable terror is set loose upon a nation divided, and history will never be the same. Okay? Sure. Army of Frank. It sounds like Army of Darkness. Is that why it's called that? The time travel and all that. Oh yeah, I meant to say about Tellerama. This entire setup for this movie here sounds like an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. The one with Nosferatu in it. It's literally the same setup. Alright, here's the back of it. It's nothing interesting. Alright. What's next? I think I've heard of this. I'm not entirely sure. It's called She Kills. Alright, let's see what this is. Sadie's life is destroyed when a vicious gang called the Touchers targets her for their sadistic fantasies after witnessing her sexy but innocent naked frolicking in a nearby field. Is this a rape revenge movie? Come on. On her wedding night, they attack her and her husband Edward, brutalizing both of them. During the attack, the virgin bride discovers a dangerous secret about her body. She's cursed with the legendary fire crotch. Not at all the weirdest horror movie about a woman's crotch I've seen. Not even close. A condition where she has laid claim to her vagina. Okay. Sounds like a porno. After visiting her fortune teller friend Casparella. Oh, Casper, like Casper and Vampirella or something. A space exorcism. What is attempted on her meat flaps? But it only ends up unlocking secret hidden powers inside of her. Her hatchet won't become lethal. Once again, there are other movies like that. Her most deadly weapon is her thirst for revenge against the Touchers and her fight against lustful men. So yeah, a rape revenge movie, but this one sounds interesting. I don't too much like those kind of movies, but okay. Sounds like it won't be intense like I Spit in Your Grave, so it sounds crazy. Okay, let's read somebody. He's here review. She Kills is an absolutely hysterical and deliciously deviant homage to the exploitation films that inspired it. Yeah, sounds like it. It's gross, hilarious, and mind-melting. Oh, the first review was from Horror Review. It's gross, hilarious, and mind-melting. I highly recommend Sea Kills, Famous Monsters of Filmland. For fuck's sake, please watch this film by Horror Society. Okay, alright. Okay. Yeah, I might just watch this one. This one sounds crazy. And it's the Horror Pack Limited Edition. So. Okay, this next one. I think I not only seen, I think I own it. The Pyramid. The tagline is, the curse is real. And this is from the director of The Hills Have Eyes. I'm guessing the remake, because the original was by Wes Craven, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, The Pyramid. Okay. An ancient curse awaits new blood. Okay. The age-old wonders of the world have long cursed explorers who dare to unlock their mysteries, but a team of archaeologists gets more than they bargained for, and they discover a lost pyramid unlike any other in the Egyptian desert. As they begin to uncover its horrifying secrets, they realize they're being relentlessly hunted by an ancient evil more nightmares than anything they could have imagined. From producer Alexander whatever, AJA, is that Aja or Aja? Is it J and H like Juan? I don't. From director of Hills Have Eyes, that's who that is. Comes a post-pounding journey into true horror. Okay, but it sounds like The Mummy, and I have like almost all the Mummy movies from all the generations. So even some ones that tricked you into thinking they were from that franchise. But I'm interested. Again, I think I already own it. I might have already seen it, but let's see. Yeah, here's the back of it. Sure. There you go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it for March, the March horror pack. Really good horror pack. This one is really. The sense of theme here is like batshit crazy, over the top stuff. So, alright. That is all.